Final fight of the evening, and then we drink. On my left, we have Joel Fontenot, who runs Trailblazer Capital. On my right, Fontenot. He's French this evening. And on my right, we have Brad with an Italian name, Rossaci.
Correct.
Fontenot and Rossaci. Okay. It sounds like a clothing line, but that's okay. All right, sit down, guys. As I told you. Joel runs Trailblazer Capital, right? One of the best-known VC firms here in Dallas. You might all have most likely heard of it. And our fight tonight is an interesting one that is going to strangely combine augmented reality, which is not the same as virtual reality, and artificial intelligence, which that word's been thrown around a little bit. It's almost as hot as big data right now, and it's taking over. He started off his career at Cisco. That was your big one. And he's got investments that deal in both spaces. So from the business side and the technology side, he's got a lot going on with that. Brad is at a firm called 900 Pounds. We had a Digital Dallas at 900 Pounds several years ago. These guys are huge in the augmented reality space. If I'm not incorrect here, you guys do all the stuff that's on the Dallas Cowboys 60-foot scoreboard stuff. So they know their space there. He also teaches at the University of Houston, so he's back and forth between Dallas and Houston. So, without further ado, I took a few notes. Current and future state of augmented reality, and if you all don't know what that is, I have two words for you. Pokemon Go. Is it here? Is it now? Is it meaningful? Or is it ridiculous, and it's really got a long way to go before it starts? Without further ado, who's going first? Brad is going first. You have a minute.
Okay. You know what's interesting is science fiction quickly becomes science fact. It's not human versus machine, it's human plus machine. And as we begin to look at artificial intelligence in its current state, it's a calculated algorithm. It's very simple in nature, but it has the capacity to be so much more. Once it becomes biologically designed, and what I mean by that is we take the behaviors of the human system, we begin to engage that in a way that maps to the environment of how human beings function and operate, then AI will be at a perspective level where we can begin to engage it accurately within augmented reality. When we look at augmented reality specifically, we're seeing this digital layer on top of the physical environment. And we need that as we get into the medical profession, as we get into the manufacturing environment, as we begin to see these emerging technologies as effective tools. They will begin to bring to light things that are extremely valuable, that will really ignite the future of how AI and that of augmented reality correspond collectively to truly become powerful tools.
Joel, you have a minute.
We already live in an augmented reality world where the things we perceive are altered into our virtual being, known to all those who want to understand you, and driven by artificial intelligence. How many of you have a smartphone? How many of you use free applications? Well, Bay, there ain't no free. Artificial intelligence has already brought all of you into the virtual. Today, a combination of AI functions provide these free application vendors with an incredible amount of data. This data has built your virtual identity. This virtual identity is used to deliver to you a world where what you see is tailored to you have made yourself in this virtual world. You are what you buy, search, accept as friends, where you even frickin' drive. As exciting as the future is going to be, your world is already virtual. Welcome to 1984. Meet Big Brother and say hello to the HAL 9000.
All righty. You got 30 seconds to debunk what he just said.
While it may already be present, it is not yet developed. The perspective is currently, again, this complex algorithm, which is really not that complex. It's a calculated formula that has a bunch of if-then statements that come together in an infinite capacity in theory to try to evolve the perspective. What we need it to be is something like the North Star chip or something of that effect, where we're beginning to take these biological behaviors and begin to incorporate them. That's where we can make it to a level of the Terminator perspective. But again, not human versus machine, but human plus machine.
30 seconds, Joel.
So AI comes in three forms, for those of you who don't know. Narrow, for example, the intelligence deployed by Google's custom search engine. General, that's AI that has the ability to reason, plan, solve problems, and think abstractly. Think autonomous automobiles. Super AI, can you say Terminator? Augmented reality is going through the same maturation. Today, narrow forms exist. In the near future, where reality and virtual blend, gaming, concerts, sporting events. By the way, one of my companies, Nitiro, has solved the wireless cable problem. In the future, super AR. Now imagine the entertainment pods in Star Trek.
30 seconds. Outstanding. Judges, you have a few seconds.
So what, either near or far, and I agree that there are parts here today and parts that we're looking forward to, what will be the killer app? And it's not Pokemon Go. What is it?
What is the killer app? Who wants that first?
You know, I think what's
You can
interesting about Pokemon Go, it's the Fitbit, right? It's not true physiological measurement when you look at Fitbit, but it is it opens up the industry to the art of the possible of what augmented reality can become. And now we get the brilliant minds of our societies to come together to really create what that is going to be. And that is not so much an answer to your question, but I think it is the gateway that allows that perspective reality to come to fruition.
Excellent. 30 seconds.
So I'm currently working on a company in Austin called Nitiro. We can deliver 12.5 gigabits a second wirelessly to a cell phone. And what's going to happen in the very near future is when you go into a sporting event or a movie, or as you can experience next fall at Six Flags, you're going to put an augmented goggle on, and you can choose whether you want the real reality or you want some other reality. And that exists today. And that takes an intense amount of artificial intelligence, compute power, and AR work. Literally $7 billion has been invested in this in the last 4 years. And there's about $25 billion up for grabs.
And 30 seconds. Outstanding. Voting is on. Let's bring it up. What do we got? The winner is Joel Fontenot. All right. I like Fontenot.